Al-IyamoyeTv Radio, Voice of the Voiceless.
This is the world news on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. I am MODUPE AKINYOSOYE here at the top stories. President Buhari to depart Abuja today for Gulf of Guinea summit in Ghana. Federal government to begin evacuation of Nigerian students from Sudan today. In business, NNPC spent over $1.1 billion on Ojaokuta Kaduna Kano gas pipeline project. On the foreign scene, Sudan forces agree to 72-hour ceasefire. In sport, Tottenham sack interim coach Christian Stellini. Details of these and more coming up shortly. Welcome back, and now the news in details. President Muhammadu Buhari will depart Abuja today, Tuesday, to attend the third extraordinary session of the Assembly of Heads of State and Government of the Gulf of Guinea Commission. The meeting is convened by President of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, and will be held in Accra, the capital of the West African country. The President's Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, disclosed this in a statement released on Monday. President Buhari will, at the meeting, deliver a keynote address on strategies for strengthening peace and security in the fight against maritime-related crimes in the region. The President will be accompanied by Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, National Security Advisor, Babangana Mongono, among other government officials. The President-elect, Bola Tinubu, says he is refreshed and ready for the task ahead of him. Addressing his supporters and party men at his Asokoro residence shortly after he returned to the country on Monday, Tinubu asked Nigerians to ignore reports from rumor mills about his health, stating that he is very strong. The President-elect said he has been consulting on setting up a strong team ahead of the May 29 inauguration. Tinubu returned with his wife, Senator Oluremi, and were received by the Vice President-elect, Kashim Shettima, Plateau State Governor Simon Lalong, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, amongst many other high-ranking members of the All Progressives Congress, APC. The chairperson of Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri-Erewa, says the federal government has asked for a safe corridor for the evacuation of Nigerian students trapped in Sudan. In an interview on Monday, Dabiri-Erewa said the evacuation of the students would begin on Tuesday. She said the students would be transported by buses to the borders of Egypt before being airlifted to Nigeria. Dabiri-Erewa said the process had been delayed because the federal government had yet to hear from Sudan's army and the RSF for a safe passage. Meanwhile, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, says between 2,600 and 2,800 stranded Nigerians would be evacuated from Sudan in the first instance. Speaking during a television interview on Monday, the Director of Special Duties, National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Onimode Bandele, said the Director General, National Emergency Management Agency, Mustafa Habib, is already in Cairo. According to him, the movement is to be perfected between the Nigerian Embassy in Khartoum and the NEMA Director General. The Lagos State Traffic Management Agency, LASTMA, says 3 persons were rescued in an accident at the Anokwaja axis on Monday. The agency said one of the accident victims was found with 100 used children diapers and a huge sum of money in different denominations. In a statement posted on its Twitter handle, LASMA said the victim has been handed over to police officers. The agency said the accident involved a commercial tricycle, a bus, and a white Camry car. One of the accident victims was said to have died on the way to the hospital. One person has been killed in a clash involving some Gbagi and Hausa youth in the Federal Capital Territory. The incident occurred on Monday in the 3rd Avenue, Guaripa area of the FCT. The clash was said to have started on Saturday but escalated on Monday. The FCT police spokesperson Josephine Ade confirmed the development in a statement issued on Tuesday. She said Ahmed Musa, FCT police commissioner, has met with traditional rulers of both tribes in the area to broker peace. You are listening to the World News on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Still to come, business, foreign, and sports. Stay with us. Welcome back to the rest of the news. In business and economy news, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited says it has so far spent over $1.1 billion on the ongoing construction of the Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano gas pipeline and station project from its cash flow. The NNPC Limited Group CEO Melekiari said this on Monday while touring some of its project states and sites in Kogi with newsmen and other stakeholders. Kiari was accompanied by some top officials of NNPC Limited and Oil Service Limited Pipelines and Facilities, the contractor of the project. Kiari said the company would continue to fund the massive project, which it was delivering in phases and has been active even though it did not have third-party finance for the project. On the foreign scene, the Rapid Support Forces RSF has agreed to a 72-hour ceasefire plea from the United States. Sudan's military head Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and RSF leader Mohamed Dagalo have been involved in a violent power struggle that has claimed hundreds of lives since last Saturday. In a statement on Monday, United States Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said the military and the RSF had agreed to hold fire for 72 hours. Blinken said it was a step in brokering a permanent halt to the violence. It is at least the third ceasefire to be announced since violence erupted this month, but none have held. And in sport news, English Premier League side Tottenham have sacked their interim manager Christian Stellini after last Sunday's 6-1 thrashing at Newcastle. Tottenham's chairman Daniel Levy, in a statement on Monday, announced the club has parted ways with Stellini, who took over from his former boss Antonio Conte last month. Stellini will be replaced by Ryan Mason with immediate effect. To end the news, the world news, a quick recap of the major stories. President Buhari to depart Abuja today for Gulf of Guinea summit in Ghana. We reported that federal government to begin evacuation of Nigerian students from Sudan today. In business, we said NNPC spent over $1.1 billion on Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano gas pipeline project. On the foreign scene, Sudan forces agreed to 72-hour ceasefire. And in sport, we reported that Tottenham sacked interim coach Christian Stellini. The World News was edited and produced by Oluwafisayomi Ajibola. For more news and updates, you can follow us on social media on Facebook, www.facebook, Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, on Twitter at Iyamoye_TV, and on Instagram at Al-IyamoyeTv. You can also stream live by logging onto our website at Al-IyamoyeTVradio.com. You can also watch us live on YouTube at Al-IyamoyeTv. I am MODUPE AKINYOSOYE. Thank you for listening.